Welcome back to the deep dive. Today we're diving headfirst into something that seems simple, maybe, but it's actually packed with challenges. We're talking about starting an e-commerce business, specifically looking at those common pitfalls that often trip up new sellers,
Yeah.
and more importantly, how to find the path to success.
Yeah, this deep dive is really about getting you up to speed quickly on the critical mistakes people make and, how to sidestep them strategically. We're using insights from excerpts from e-commerce pitfalls and pathways to success. It's a source that digs a bit deeper than the usual advice, looking at what really makes or breaks these online ventures.
Exactly. And our mission here is to pull out those really key nuggets of knowledge for you. Think of it as a shortcut to being well-informed. Hopefully you'll get some real aha moments about building an online store that's resilient, profitable right from the get-go. Absolutely. We're going beyond the generic stuff today. Expect some maybe surprising facts and definitely practical takeaways, things you can actually use, things that'll help you avoid those common mistakes and really set your business up for growth. Okay, let's unpack this. So let's kick off with one that sounds almost painfully obvious, but wow, it's the downfall for so many. Not understanding your target market. You'd think, with all the data out there now, this wouldn't be such a big deal, right? But the source really emphasizes how often sellers just miss the mark. It's not just who they are,
Right.
demographically speaking, but crucially, where are they online? What do they actually need when they're browsing? What are those sort of unarticulated needs?
Yeah, exactly. It's way beyond just basic demographics. It's getting into psychographics, understanding their digital habits, how they behave online, what they're searching for, even the emotional triggers behind why they buy. If you're not really digging into keyword data or using social listening to hear what they're actually saying, or segmenting your customers into smaller groups, well, you're kind of just guessing. You're basically throwing marketing money out there, hoping something sticks. This kind of deep digital focused research, that's the pathway. It gives you clarity on who you're talking to and how best to reach them online.
That's a really important distinction, moving from just who to the why and how. They shop online.
Okay.
But doesn't that level of deep research, doesn't it risk analysis paralysis for someone just starting out? How do you balance being thorough with, actually getting started?
That's a fair point, a really important question. The source does talk about starting lean, maybe with a minimal viable product first, and then iterating. The balance comes from focusing on what's actionable. Don't get lost in the data. Find, say, the top 3 to 5 insights that really shape your product, your marketing choices, your message. Maybe think about A/B testing your ideas early on instead of aiming for perfection right away.
Okay, that makes a lot of sense. Start lean, test, iterate. Got it. So understanding the market is step one. Foundational.
Oh, yeah.
But once you have that, the source moves on to something else many sellers struggle with: pricing. It's not just overpricing or underpricing, is it? It's finding that sweet spot that clicks with your specific online customer. It mentions that temptation to price really low just to get people in the door, but that can kill your margins. Or the other way, pricing too high and just scaring everyone off in a crowded market. Here's where it gets really interesting.
Well, it raises that key strategic question, doesn't it? How do you get pricing right online? If we connect this to the bigger picture, the source suggests basing your strategy not just on what competitors are doing, but on the perceived value. And also thinking about your average order value goals, maybe even customer lifetime value. Are you trying to be premium or more value focused? Are you factoring in your ad costs, your conversion rates? It's about finding a price that's competitive, but also, crucially, sustainable for your business model. So many online stores fail because they don't really grasp how pricing connects to their whole digital marketing funnel, from clicks to profit.
That's a fantastic point. Pricing isn't just a number. It's woven into your whole digital strategy.
Okay. And speaking of strategy, let's shift to the third mistake the source highlights: ignoring product descriptions and visuals. This feels like such a core challenge online, right? Because customers can't physically touch the product. You can't pick it up, feel the material, check the quality firsthand. Your website basically is your shop window and the product display all in one. Precisely. This is huge. And it's not just about having a nice photo. It's about compelling photography,
Hmm.
Multiple angles, lifestyle shots showing it in use, maybe even 360-degree views or short videos to kind of mimic that interaction. And the description. It needs to sell the benefits, not just list features. Think about how big players like Amazon optimize descriptions for search within their site. It's about appealing to humans, sure, but also to the algorithms. And things like optimizing image file sizes for fast loading that directly impacts conversions and SEO, investing in great visuals, clear, persuasive text. It builds trust and directly tackles that can't touch its problem.
So it's really about reducing uncertainty for the buyer online and also giving search engines clear signals. Is that it?
Exactly. Less guesswork for the customer, better signals for Google or Amazon search. It all leads to higher conversion potential.
Right. Makes sense. And clearer descriptions probably cut down on customer questions later, too.
That's a great side benefit, yeah. Good descriptions preemptively answer common questions, which definitely eases the load on customer service down the line.
Okay, that's a smart connection. Which brings us nicely to the final big mistake discussed, neglecting customer service. I mean, we've all experienced bad service, haven't we? That one awful interaction that just makes you never want to deal with a company again. The source points out how damaging poor communication, slow replies, or just ignoring problems can be for a business's reputation. And online, bad news travels incredibly fast.
Oh, absolutely. In the digital world, a bad experience doesn't just stay with that one customer. It can get blasted out through reviews, social media, forums, almost instantly. If you connect this to the bigger picture, customer satisfaction has to be like a top priority for any online business that wants to stick around and get repeat customers. Being consistently responsive isn't just, nice to have. It's essential for building a good online reputation, fostering loyalty, making sure you succeed long term. That means clear ways for customers to reach you, fast response times, maybe using chatbots or good FAQs for simple stuff, and really being proactive about solving issues before they blow up publicly.
That's a really powerful point. It's about managing your brand's digital footprint, essentially. So wrapping this part up, what does this all mean for you, the listener, if you're thinking about or maybe already running an online store? We've looked at 4 key areas, these fundamental pathways to avoid trouble. Really getting your market in that digital context.
Hmm.
Smart, strategic pricing,
Right. Yeah.
compelling visuals and descriptions that work online. And finally, top-notch, responsive customer service. These are just suggestions. They feel like foundational pillars for building something that lasts, doesn't it?
Absolutely. They're pillars.
So to sum it up,
Mm.
avoiding these specific mistakes, misunderstanding your online audience, messing up the pricing based on online metrics, having weak visuals or descriptions, and dropping the ball on customer service in this connected age, it's all absolutely essential if you want to build a successful online store.
Definitely. These insights give you a really solid practical foundation for navigating the e-commerce world more effectively. It really boils down to understanding your customer deeply in their online environment and communicating clearly both through your product presentation and your service interactions. These are strategic moves, not just tasks to check off a list.
Yeah, that's well put. These insights from e-commerce are super practical for that context,
Yeah.
but it makes you think. What if you applied that core principle of, say, deeply understanding your audience's digital behavior or investing in clear, compelling online communication to other parts of your life or work? How might focusing on those kinds of core pathways change how you approach any new challenge, even total outside of business? Something to think about. Thank you so much for joining us in this deep dive. We really encourage you to keep exploring, keep learning.